Hello. Hey, hi, good evening to everybody. This is Pravash from Customer Success Team. And today the topic of the webinar is email management in Kailash Sales CRM. So Abhishek is here to present the screen and he will guide us how to do these things when you're using your email client and how you can integrate that with Kailash CRM. So I'm just going to hand over this session to Abhishek. Abhishek, over to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pravash. So I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. So I am sharing my screen. Let me know when it's visible. You must be seeing the Google Chrome incognito window. All right. Cool. So as Pravash said, today's webinar is about email management in Kailash, right? So in our day-to-day sales, although there are many channels of communication nowadays like phone, WhatsApp, SMS, right? But email still has its own importance in terms of having formal communication. Okay, and it becomes very essential for a CRM to have email management so that I can connect my own email account that I'm using to communicate my customers within the CRM so that I don't have to go to different windows. For example, if a CRM doesn't have emails, right? What will I have to do is I will have to simply go to gmail.com in order to send emails to my customers or receive. And there will be a lot of context switching between as email service provider and the CRM that what communication took place, right? So then in order to resolve that problem, we are now able to connect our email accounts within the Kailash CRM itself so that we can communicate with customers efficiently and there is no context switching, there is no need to switch to another app. Okay, so for that purpose, I am logging in with one of my test account, right? And once you log in, as we already know, this is the screen that is presented in front of us, which is nothing but our dashboard. In order to navigate to the email communication, we have to click on this button called CRM settings. When I click on that, I have to go to communication section and there you can see email settings. Okay, when I will click on this email settings, I am presented with this particular screen where I am able to see three options. Okay, so these three options are nothing but different email service providers. So first is very much familiar to us, which is Gmail. Okay, so we can connect our Gmail account with Kailash. We can connect our Outlook account with Kailash, and also if we are using any other service provider, for example Zoho emails or GoDaddy emails, whichever email service provider we are using other than Gmail or Outlook, we can connect it with the help of SMTP and IMAP. So I'll show you each email connection in today's webinar. Okay, so let us start with Gmail. So Gmail and Outlook works in similar fashion. So I'll cover the Gmail part and I'll move to the other section. Okay, so in order to connect your Gmail account, we simply have to click on this link. Okay, it will ask me to choose one of my Gmail accounts. So I'm going to choose one of the account that I am using frequently. Okay, it will ask me for a password, but since I have saved my password, so it didn't ask me for the password. But once I enter my password, then I am presented with this screen. Okay, then I need to give permissions and click on continue. So the moment I click on continue, it verifies your credentials, communicate with Gmail server and connects your account. Okay, so my email ID is shown over here, the email that I connected recently, and there is a button to disconnect. If at all I want to disconnect this account from disconnect this Gmail account from this Kailash account, I can do this. Okay, so this is very simple. These are very simple steps to connect your Gmail account. We have to simply click on Gmail, enter our email ID and password, give some permissions that the app is asking and continue. Right. So now my email has been connected. Now what I can do is I can go to my leads or contacts and I can actually send them emails. So for example, there is one lead available in my system from this email ID abhishek.chauhan@kailash.io. Okay, so as we know, this is our lead details screen, and on the productivity section on right hand side you can see this particular icon which is of a email. when I will click on this icon, I can see all conversation that has happened with the customer in past. Okay, and if I want to initiate a new conversation, I can simply click on this compose button. It opens up a composer, which is very much similar to a Gmail composer or Outlook composer that we are very much familiar with. All right. Here there are few familiar fields like to, then CC, and then VCC that we use in our day-to-day life. There is a subject, so I can write a subject of this mail. So let's say hello, welcome to Kailas. And this is the body. So here I can mention anything in the body, and as we can see, this is a rich text editor. So I can enter some styles to it like bold, italic, or if I want to include a table. So whichever rich text features are available with any text editor are available with Kailas email composer as well, right? So once I'm done with drafting my email, I can add more recipient in the email. So this particular lead, Abhi Chauhan, is by default added because we initiate the composing event from the lead details screen. Okay, so this email is by default added. If I want to include more people, I can search for by name or email ID, and this list is shown to me. So it searches across leads, users, and contacts. Whichever matching entities are available in the system, it gives me a list and I can add them as a recipient. Okay, so I can have n number of recipients in the email and I can send this. Okay, once I send an email, this is shown to me on the conversation list. Hello, welcome to Kailas. And if I, let's say, go to my Outlook account, you will see there is a mail from my Gmail account that I connected in Kailas. Okay, so this was an email of a lead, abhishek.chauhan@kailas.io, of which inbox I have opened up. Okay, so this email I have received. Now, if lead replies to me, okay, so I am replying. So this reply will go to abhc21394@gmail.com, which is nothing but my connected account. Okay, so let's say thanks. If I send this, then this particular email should be coming to our Kailas inbox. So it takes few seconds to load because the Gmail server sends us a webhook when a email reply is received, and then we create an object of that and we display it over here. So you can see there is a email thanks received which is there, right? And since this is an unread email, this has been shown with the vertical blue line and the texts are bold. And if you notice the second conversation where all emails are read, then this is shown in non-bold and in a normal format. Okay, I can click on this and I can view the whole conversation that has happened. So it loads all emails that were there in this thread. Okay, nothing but a simple, you can assume is a simple Gmail email thread. Okay, and we are sending emails with the help of your connected account only. We are not using our server. So this email is sent by Gmail server only. We are just hitting the Gmail send email API within Kailas, so that you don't have to go to your Gmail inbox. So this is a two-way syncing. Even if you send an email from your phone via Gmail app, that is also visible over here. Okay, so if you feel more comfortable by using your Gmail application, that's okay. The conversation will be mapped over here. Okay, but we map only those conversations which are initiated from Kailas. So we don't sync your personal emails. The full inbox syncing is not there. We only sync the emails that were initiated from Kailas, and if you are receiving emails from your leads or contacts, right? So this is how the conversation looks like. And then there are few basic features like reply all, forward, mark as unread, and even if I want, I can delete a conversation also, right? So if I want to delete it, the conversation is deleted and only those conversations are there which I am interested in. Okay, so this is how the basic email connection, sending and receiving thing works. Other than a simple text email, I can of course attach few files with it. that I would like to send. So in our day-to-day use cases, sometimes we would like to, send some brochure to our customers, or maybe a quotation, anything which is a file that can be attached with the email, and we will send. The limitation of file would be 25 MB as Google. So as I said, we are sending email via Google. So whatever restrictions Gmail has, or Outlook for that matter, all restrictions are applicable here as well. Okay. Other than Gmail, I can of course connect my Outlook account and other SMTP server as well. So let me show you how other SMTP emails are connected, because that is a very important when sometimes what happens is this G Suite and Outlook are very costly, and there are some little less costly email service providers are available in the market. Okay, and we would like to use their emails service instead of G Suite or Outlook. Right. So in that case, we need a connection of IMAP or SMTP. So I am going to take an example of Zoho email. Okay, I have a Zoho email account created with me that I will show you how I can connect. So before that, we need to search on the web that what is the SMTP and IMAP settings for Zoho. So that information is readily available to you on internet. So let's say Zoho SMTP IMAP settings. Okay, so we can go to this official support page of Zoho email. Similar support pages are available for Zoho, almost all the service providers, and that information is very much available on a public domain. Okay, if I scroll this screen, I can see these settings. Okay, so this is nothing but few URLs that I need to enter. So in order to enter this IMAP, I can go to IMAP host. Okay, then there is a port which is 993. I can enter that port. Then in order to send SMS, send emails, that is done through SMTP. I can connect my SMTP account and I can enter a port. So any port I can use. So let me use 587. Okay, and I need to check this TLS. So some email providers are TLS, some are not. So you need to know whether it is a TLS or not. If it is TLS, then we need to check, else keep it unchecked. So for Zoho, in case of Zoho, the IMAP is TLS. So we need to check this. For SMTP, it's okay if we keep it unchecked. Okay, and here we have to enter the email ID. So I am using an email ID of one of our colleague who has created a test account. Okay, and I can use the same email ID as username. So in some service providers case, username and email ID are different. In case of Zoho, this is the same. So I am using the same thing. And I am entering my password and I can click on connect. Once I click on connect, it communicates to the email server and it connects my email account over here. All right. So this is how I can connect any email service provider that has SMTP and IMAP facility available. Right. So after connection of email, rest of the process is same. So if I want to send email, I simply have to go to that particular lead details page, go to email, compose, and this time if I am sending an email, it will go from that email that I have connected. And if somebody replies to the same, the reply comes in the Kailas on that email ID, which is shweta.kailas@zohomail.in. Okay, so this is how the email accounts are connected in Kailas and we can use it. Okay. So with this, we have covered the 50% part of today's webinar. Is there any questions about how to connect emails? Then I'll go to email templates, where I will show you how email templates are created and how we can use them to the emails that need to be sent almost on a regular basis. So we don't need to draft email every time. We can create a template and use it. So I'll cover that part after a few minutes, but before that, if there is any question about how to connect an email, we can discuss that, or we can discuss all the questions at the last as well. So I'll take a break for a minute, then I'll resume. All right. So let me continue with the email templates, right? So templates, as we are already using in our day-to-day lives, they make our life easier in terms of sending regular emails. So for example, let's say I have to send a welcome email, okay, to every lead which is created, right? I can choose the entity type as lead, and let's say hello, and I can include variables also. So for example, hello, first name, welcome to Kailash. Okay. If you read this carefully, this says first name is missing free text. Okay. So basically what it will do is, the moment I create a lead and if I try to send an email, it will replace the lead's first name with this. Okay. And if let's say in case first name is not available, then it will simply add the text that I mention over here. So let's say hello sir slash ma'am. Okay. Then again, hello. Same goes for here. Draft my whole message using such variables. So for example, let's say your city is this, right? Then let's say, for example, this country. Okay. Whatever message I want to draft, it could be about, let's say, thank you for your interest in a particular requirement, your budget. So whatever information is available on lead, if we want to use that in our email, we can take that as a variable. And what this does is it replaces those variables at the time of the email composing, right? So I'm saving this template. Okay, welcome email on lead. So there is a duplicacy check on the template name. I cannot have multiple template with the same name. So I am saving this welcome email on lead. Okay, and the status is active. If I want to deactivate any template at any given point of time, I can do that. Right now, let's say we go to a lead and let us check whether the variables that we have used, there is a value available for that or not. So first name is available. Okay, other than that, we used city, so city is not there. Let's enter a city, for example, Pune. Then country, let's keep it empty. Okay, then I save this. If I go to email composer, if I compose, and I can choose one of the templates from the list. So welcome email to lead. And if you notice, it has replaced the variable. So if I open the template in a separate tab, okay. So if we read now, hello first name. Okay, so instead of first name, there is Abhi, which is nothing but the first name of this lead, right? There is your city is this. So instead of city, your city is Pune. And since there was no text we have mentioned in the country variable, it has taken as it is, like free text. So instead of free text, I could have mentioned some word which I might like to use instead of the actual country name. Okay, and if the actual country name is available, it will replace that with the value. Okay, so this is how I can reduce my redundant time in order to compose email every day about the same pattern. So this thank you emails, welcome emails, or sometimes emails to your own colleagues about a particular thing can be templatized, and you just need to replace some variables and the template is ready. So sometimes when we send quotations to our customers, so most of the texts are common, only some words with respect to a particular clients are changing. So instead of typing the same email every day, we can create a template and we can use it and we can send it. There is another use case of this template is in automated emails. That topic we will cover in the subsequent webinars, that how can we create email templates and how can we use it to automate certain emails. which can be done via workflow. Okay, so this is how email templates are created. So other than lead emails, I can create deal email templates, I can create contact email templates. So if the difference will be basically, if I choose deal, then the variables will be related to deal. So as we know, there are certain properties available on deal, like deal name, the deal's estimated value, who is the owner, what is the pipeline. These are some properties of a deal. Out of that, few properties are available with us to use them as a variable. Similarly, for contacts, I can have certain variables like their name, email, city, phone number, and these variables are there that can be used while composing a email. Okay, and this works seamlessly when I compose an email. If there is information available on a lead, contact, or deal, it replaces the variables and it sends, so that your email looks personalized to all the users, even though it is a templatized email, but it should look personalized. That's why the concept of variables becomes very important over here. Okay, so there is a limitation to email template. Like if you are on Elevate plan of Kailas, you can create maximum 30 email templates. So there is some limitation based on the plan, but essentially you can create email templates that is needed, and that saves a lot of effort and time every day to send similar type of emails. Okay, so I think this was mostly it about the email settings and templates that we wanted to cover in today's webinar. Other than that, if there are any questions, then we can address them. Then I hope the concept of email management and email templates is pretty much clear to everyone. Just to summarize, as a feature, what we are able to do in Kailas is that we are able to connect our Google, Outlook, or any other email service provider, and we are able to send and receive emails through that email ID, as well as we are able to create email templates and we are able to send emails via those templates. Right, this is essentially the email management feature in Kailas, and that is very much useful. As we know, email is very prominent way of communicating with the customers, right? So that enables us for this type of communication. Okay, so let us wrap today's webinar over here. I hope to see everybody next week in the next webinar, where we are going to talk about workflows in Kailas. Okay, so see you there. Thank you so much for joining.